So the AP came out with their women's basketball All-American team. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
So, hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so with the notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next video. It's like a sports reporters type forum with guest podcasters. Join us for that. Talk about Caitlin Clark and all sorts of things in women's basketball and sports. So, Rob, AP finally came out with their All-American team, and this year there was 31 voters. I know there was 35 last year because Caitlin Clark, I remember, got 34 out of 35 votes for Player of the Year, and someone voted for Cameron Brink. And that person that voted, I would have said, you can't vote next year because it was ridiculous. Yeah. Cameron Brink, there's no way she should have deserved Player of the Year over Caitlin Clark. And I'm going to say the same thing this year, Rob, because Hidalgo made the All-American team, and she's the second best player in the country at the very least, and two people didn't vote for her.
Right. She made the first team All-American, but she should have been unanimous.
Right. Juju Watkins was, Lauren Betts was, and also Paige Beckers was, but she wasn't, and Madison Booker wasn't, which I don't think she should be on the first team myself, but that's another story. But she wasn't unanimous. And Rob, I'm just going to take you back to Caitlin Clark's freshman year. When she was a freshman, she made first team All-American by the U.S. Basketball Writers Association, but made second team All-American by the AP, which I think was a joke. And she was behind like Dana Evans, Nalissa Smith, and Ryan Howard. Obviously, Paige Beckers deserved to be at first team All-American that year. She was Player of the Year. So I just want to say the reason I said that is because this says Juju Watkins of Southern California and Hannah Hidalgo of Notre Dame have joined an elite group, making the Associated Press All-American team in their first 2 seasons playing college basketball. The duo became only the third and fourth players to earn first-team All-American honors in their freshman and sophomore years, joining Oklahoma's Courtney Paris and UConn's Maya Moore. Caitlin Clark should be on that list too, but she didn't get voted first-team All-American because AP can be a joke at times. So honestly, I would take those two people that didn't vote for Hannah Hidalgo and say, you can't vote next year because that's ridiculous. She's the second best player in the country at the very least.
I agree, Mark. I couldn't believe she's not unanimous. I mean, for me, I would have. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would have had her over Paige Beckers as far as unanimous.
Oh, I would. She's my second choice.
And then I think we went over our list last week, and I had Booker in there, but I didn't have Paige Beckers in there.
I didn't have Booker. I had Tanaya Latson, and I feel she's a better player and had a better year, even though she played in a weaker conference. She's still a better player, and she had her stats. That's okay.
Booker, yeah, well, that's why we disagree. That's why we have a showdown because I'm sorry, Booker was a player of the year in the SEC, which was a much tougher.
I don't care if she was player of the year in the WNBA. She didn't. She's not as good as players in Atlanta from what I saw.
So you can't discount that.
I mean, your person.
Let me finish, Mark. Wait. Let me finish. So I mean, your person is that you have her above Booker, but her team was never ranked. Texas' team was always ranked in the top 5. Florida State was never ranked that high. Right there, so that tells you. And then she as a sophomore, she's SEC Player of the Year with all those players in the SEC. It's a big league, one of the toughest leagues. So I think she definitely is definitely number one in AP.
Okay, now Tanaya Latson, Rob, she did play in a weaker conference, but when she played against the better teams, all but one time she had a good game. And Madison Booker came up small in most of the big games she played this year, and Tanaya Latson has better stats.
What was what are the records?
It's an individual award. I know records.
Well,
I can give you the records of the teams if you want, but it's still an individual award.
Looks like Booker brought her team up more. Booker was more important to her team when she played than.
So here's her stats, Rob. I've written them down so we're going to pick up Madison Booker's, and we're going to compare them. But there's 24.9, 4.5 rebounds, 4.7 assists, 2.2 steals. Good defender. And okay, now we'll take that down. So these are Madison Booker's stats. Now I saw Madison Booker play like 3 times, and she never seemed to have a good game in the big games. And I saw Tanaya Latson play 3 times still. So I saw him play about 3 times. So I'm going by eye test somewhat into the stats. But she averages 16.2 points as compared to 24.9 points. She has 6.6 rebounds, which is more than Tanaya Latson, who's 4.5. Assists, only 2.8. Tanaya Latson, 4.7. Steals, 1.5. Tanaya Latson, 2.2. Blocks, 0.5. And her shooting percentage is almost identical, 45.9 as opposed to 45.1. And her three-point shooting is better at 43.9 as opposed to 35.8.
Okay, now I'll tell you what a factor is, Mark. The
good three-point shooting is better.
Tania only played 3 ranked teams. You know how many ranked teams Booker played against?
How many, Rob?
12. 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry, she played 5 because of the ACC tournament. But she played in the ACC, so
5 ranked teams as opposed to 12?
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw them both play, and Tanaya Latson looked like the better player to me. That's all I can tell you. Her three-point shooting is not as good, but she had way more assists, way more points, way more steals. Her two-point shooting is almost identical. She has
against weak teams, and that's why Booker she's SEC Player of the Year, and she's only a sophomore.
All right, I'm going. I like Tanaya Latson better in terms of a player.
But that's why they put her on the second team.
Well, I don't trust AP. Just because AP voted him doesn't mean anything.
No, I think if you go through the whole year, Mark, she won't be a first-team All-American. I guarantee you.
AP is the same organization I just told you to do, but Caitlin Clark on first team, which is a freshman.
I know, but I'm saying they're going to have more rankings for All-Americans, not just AP, and she will not be on the first team.
All the other ones,
I guarantee you, Booker will be on the first team every time they put on All-Americans.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Let's go to the second team. Anissa Morrow is a slam dunk for me. So was Sarah Strong. Tanaya Latson, because she's not on the first team. Olivia Miles and Georgia Amore, who I admit I did not see play this year. I never saw Kentucky play. But I actually had Fly J. Johnson as my last choice in the second team. But I don't know. Georgia Amore's stats are really good. I'm not saying she shouldn't belong on there. I just had Fly J. Johnson. And I know, Rob, you didn't have Georgia Moore in the second team either.
No, I saw one Kentucky game, and I was kind of impressed with her. I did see one Kentucky game.
Okay. I'm happy to see Kiki Ariafin, is that his name? Ariafin, who was like a preseason first-team All-American, according to ESPN. She made third team. I just wasn't impressed with her this year. I don't have a problem with third team. I'm glad she didn't make first or second team. I'm glad Haley Van Lith did because she was on my third team. Rob's girl, Audie Crooks, she was both of us. Both of us had her on our third team. And Michaela Blakes. All right, so that's who's on the third team. Some people got left off. Honorable mention was Reagan Bears of Oklahoma, Sedona Prince, Joyce Edwards of South Carolina. Those are the other players getting votes. So Sedona Prince she came up small against better teams, Rob. I guess that's probably why she didn't make it. Joyce Edwards is a freshman, Rob. So that's good.
Yeah, she kind of faded out.
Yeah. So anyways, they did a good job. I just didn't. I just thought Fly J. Johnson, I hadn't seen Georgia Moore play. I liked her stats, though. We'll see. I think Fly J. Johnson's going to be a better pro because Georgia Moore is short. But anyways.
Well, they did a good job, except for not having Hidalgo Unanimous. Those 2 voters, you're right, Mark, shouldn't even vote anymore. They shouldn't be able to vote anymore. I don't know what they were looking at.
There's people that think she should be Player of the Year, and everybody else said, well, it's between her and Juju. By the end of the year, they said it was close between her and Juju. How does everybody have her second, and these 2 voters don't vote for her for first-team All-American? They'd have to say she's the 6th best player.
Right. That's horrible.
Sorry, you don't vote next year. You're out.
No,
Sorry.
you too. Let's find them out. Let's find out those two. Put us in there.
That's all right. I'm serious. The person who voted for Cameron Brink for Player of the Year last year, boom, you're out. Okay, you must be from Stanford or something. That's not a good reason to vote for someone. You don't.
Right.
Hannah Hidalgo had this one thing where she liked a tweet by Candace Owens having to do with gay marriage being a sin. I just wonder if those two voters didn't put her on first team All-American because they don't like the fact that she did that. That's not a reason to vote.
Matter. It shouldn't matter. That shouldn't matter, Mark. Whatever
I know it shouldn't matter. I'm just wondering. I've been saying this. I brought this up in Caitlin Clark's crossover. Is that going to hurt her in the voting? And I wonder about those two voters, Rob. I wonder what their political and religious views are to not vote her for first team All-American. It's ridiculous. Sorry.
Yeah.
I wonder. That's all. I don't know. I can't get inside these two people's heads. And I think we should know who the voters are and how they voted.
Agreed. I agree. I'll agree with that one, man. I'll agree with you on that.
All right. So Madison Booker. I'm not saying Madison Booker isn't a really good player. She just, every time I saw her, she just came up small in the big games, and she didn't impress me when she played. But she did shoot well from the 3-point shot. She just never did when I saw her. Anyways, let us know what you think. I think it's a close call between those two. But I think I like Tanai Latson in the top 5, in my opinion. So let us know what you think. That's the biggest contention between Rob and I. Okay, let us know what you think down below. Who's your first team, second team, and third team? And make in the comments down below. And who would you vote between second and third team, between Georgia Moore and Flajay Johnson, and between Booker and Tanai Latson on first and second team? Tell us how you would vote on those two in particular. Okay. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell when you do, so you get notified of our next video. And feel free to share this video with other people and your family, friends, and acquaintances. And join us for our Caitlin Clark's crossover, which is tonight, 5:30 to 6:30. And also on Mondays between 6 and 7 Eastern time, except for major holidays, we have guest podcasters and we talk about Caitlin Clark and all sorts of good stuff like that. And if you want to donate to this channel, you can with super chats and super thanks down below. And there's a link to PayPal. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.